Hello everyone, it's Tuesday and time for another card. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sherry Minnie. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in a small rural town of Keensburg, Colorado, which is about 45 minutes northeast of Denver. I love everything about Stampin' Up. I've been a demo for 10 years, but I've stamped for twice as long as that, and I enjoy having classes and teaching others how to stamp and enjoy this paper crafting. So today we're going to be making this card. It's a kind of a double gatefold card, and it's got two little flaps. It opens up this way, and then your saying is in the middle. So it's kind of a fun little fold. It's fun, and then of course we'll have our envelope. So the stamp sets we're using, everything that I'm using today, well, pretty much everything that I'm using today is actually out of the new annual catalog that will be available to the public on May 4th. I'm hoping that some of my customers have already received their complimentary copy. If you haven't, you should be getting it shortly. They were sent directly, mailed directly out by Stampin' Up. So we're using the color and contour stamp set, and really the only thing we're using is the main greeting, which says "You're absolutely amazing." And along with that, we're using this one is in the mini catalog that's current right now. It's called Happy Thoughts. So far, I haven't received notification that this is carrying forward, which I'll be really sad, and I will keep it in my private stash because I use this stamp set so much. In addition to that, we're using a couple of die sets. The first one is called Pierce Blooms. This is also in the current mini catalog, but it is carrying forward into the annual catalog, and I love this. All the blooms are stitched. You can layer and put together so many different combinations, and you will be seeing more of this set being used. And then we're also just doing for the inside. You'll notice on the inside here I have this little piece of designer series paper with a little kind of peaks on it, and that is from the basic borders dies. This is also in the new catalog. I'm not allowed to show you images from the new catalog, but I can demonstrate product from it, so I'm not real sure about how that works. But anyway, we're using this one right here, but there's a lot of different ones, and I'm sure this could make a really pretty mountain scene, so we'll be doing some more things with that also. We'll be using one ink color today. It's the basic gray color. We'll be using the Everyday Label Punch. This is carrying over into the new catalog. And we'll be using some embellishments out of the new catalog. One is called Genial Gems, and they're so pretty, kind of a mint macaron green. And then this is the new Pale Papaya. And also these are the new 21, 23 in color gems. So the cardstock that we're using in your kit today, you'll have your envelope, and then the cardstock that we're using for our base is one of the new in colors. It is called Pale Papaya, and probably one of my most favorite. I do love peach colors, so that's what we're using. And for your card base, what you'll do is you're gonna cut a normal 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. You're gonna score it at 2 1/8 on this side. And what I did is I scored this side, and then I just folded this in to meet it so I didn't have a gap. Now you don't have to do that. You can score 2 1/8, turn it around, score 2 1/8. But sometimes in the way we score and however the paper's cut, sometimes it doesn't meet in the middle, and I don't like having that little gap. So I just scored one side, folded the other side up to meet it. You'll have a piece of different designer series paper. This is going to be used to cover our envelope. Now I went ahead, kind of got ahead of myself and layered these together, but I didn't really mean to. But you're going to need 2 pieces of a coordinating cardstock that is 4 by 2.5, and you'll need 2. And then for the designer series paper, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 1 7/8 by, 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And I already put these together. You'll just make layers out of them. You'll also need 2 pieces of designer series paper. These are 2.5 by 4 inches, and you want it to kind of coordinate with whatever you're using on your card base. You'll have this little piece that for the inside edge that I've already cut out and embossed. And I have a couple of little flowers from that Pierced Blooms die set that we're going to use to decorate the front of our card. That's like right here. And then you'll have a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4 that is actually going to go to the inside. Okay, so I think I'll lay this over here. Hopefully we'll still be able to see it. And we're going to get our stamping done first. And let me see, I do have my pierce mat. One of these stamps is a photopolymer set, the one that we're using on the front. Oh, you'll also have a couple of scrap pieces of the basic white and the pale papaya. And so for on the little scrap piece of basic white, we are going to stamp our greeting, and we're using the basic gray ink pad. And we will just stamp that down on here. That'll take care of that. Then we'll punch that out in just a moment. And then I will take the inside greeting. And this says the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference to so many people. And we will stamp that on our inside piece as straight as I can get it. And hopefully I won't get my head in the camera. Hold it down for a minute or a few seconds just so it can sink in. There we go, nice image. And that's really all we need the pad and the stamps for. I think while I'm here, I will just take this and glue our little piece for the inside. And I thought I did bring in my silicone mat this time. Use my green cap glue. I'm just going to actually put the glue onto the bottom of here. Hopefully. Sometimes this glue gets clogged up. There it goes. Thank you. And then we will just lay this right along the bottom edge of the paper. It's kind of long, and as soon as it gets dried, I will trim it off. Okay, there's that. Now for our greeting for the front of the card, we're going to just put this in, line it up, and hopefully get it punched straight and centered. I should have made this square just a wee bit bigger so I could hang on to it better. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm going to punch out another little punch of the pale papaya so that we can do a little backing on our greeting so that it will stand out. So in order to do that, all I'm going to do is take my scissors, cut this approximately in half, take my green cap glue again, and put some around here. And we will just have a little bit of a border showing and line up the top and bottom edge so that it's lined up, and get that down. We'll do the same thing on the other half. Put our glue on here. And line this one up too. That just gives a little bit of a trim around the edge of the punch out, and it does help it to stand out. Okay, so then what we'll do next is we're going to work on our actual card base. So we will take this, you can decide whichever shade, whichever side of the paper you want to use. I wanted the different than what I had on my little flat pieces, so I chose to use the polka dot pale papaya. So again, I'm just going to use my green cap glue since it's right here. line this up with as close to equal borders as I can get it. Flip it around. Do the other side. I did notice when I was previewing the video before this one with my new setup, how wobbly this table is. It was making me a little bit on the dizzy side. So I apologize for that. I'm going to have to, once I decide this is definitely the way I'm going to leave my video set up, have it organized like this, I will look for a more solid table that hopefully won't jiggle. This table that I have is just one of those little plastic ones that you can get at Costco or anywhere like that. So while we're doing this, I think we'll put down our inside piece. So I'm just going to cut off the remainder of this trim that I put on here. We will put some glue on here. I think my bottle is just about empty. It takes a little more effort to get it out when it's empty. I'm a kind of a stickler. I don't like my corners to pop up, so I always make sure that I have glue right in the corners. And then we will just take this and put it down in the center of our flaps. Again, try to get it somewhat centered for borders, but I didn't do such a great job in that one, but it's okay. We'll just let it go like that. Okay, now the other thing we have to do is we're going to put our flaps on. So I've already, like I say, already built the layers. We're going to glue down one on this side and one on that side. So you don't put glue across the whole thing. You're only going to put glue right along this edge. So I kind of lined it up, centered it, and just about fairly close to the top, just like a normal card-based border that we would usually do. I put my finger right there because I do not want glue any farther than that, and I'm just going to take my glue, run it along here, and I'm going to put some in the middle because this is going to get kind of pulled when you open up your card. We will put it along here and stick it down. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one, only on this side, you're going to put your glue on this side. So I don't want glue any further than right there. And we will put glue along here. Oops, got kind of messed up right there. Don't want glue there. And we will do the same thing on this one with the glue on my right hand side. Just about like so. Okay, and then when you open it, you have the double opening like that. Okay, now the other thing we're going to do, we're going to take our little greeting piece. It says "You're absolutely amazing." We are going to get some dimensionals. Find some big ones. If I don't have any big ones, I think I forgot to bring any in here from last week, so we'll just use the edges of our mini dimensionals, but that'll work just fine. So I just kind of put one in each corner and one in the middle just to give it a good support. Right there, and we will take the backings off. This card comes together pretty quickly. Actually, I'm using this. I have a Zoom meeting with my upline and other ladies. We're going to do that on on Thursday. And so she did what she called a mystery card, and that's what this is actually the card I'm going to use. And what a mystery card is, you get the dimensions and everything that she wants you to use, and then you pick out your papers, your stamp set, your die cuts, and you put it together however you wish to put it together. So here's a little cutout that I got from the Pierce Blooms die set, and we're going to put this on the bottom section. I didn't want anything too big because I wanted the beautiful paper to show through. By the way, this paper is also in the new, will be in the new annual catalog. It's part of the hand pen suite, and it's gorgeous. And so I just wanted something that would be small enough to add a little texture right there, but not cover up the whole designer series paper, because I love this designer series paper. And as I thought I would, it looks like I lost my little green center, so I'm going to pull another one out. They're so tiny. I thought to myself, you know what's going to happen. You're going to lose that. And sure enough, I'm sure it's here somewhere. I'll find it. But for right now, I'll just use another one. I'm going to put just a tiny dot of glue in the middle of here. Hopefully. There we go. And then I will just put this in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to use, actually I used both of these embellishments. You know me, I love anything shiny and blingy, and I just think that these are so pretty. And so what I did is up here on the top, I used this pretty green. This is actually, I don't even know all the new in colors yet. It's a sage, kind of a green, very pretty green. I need to get those. I'll try maybe on my next video show you the new in colors. And then these are the actual in color gems for 21, 23 colors. And on this one, I used the pale papaya gem, which is in the middle of the green piece here. I should have taken these out because there's so much static, I think, because it's so dry. You can't get things in and out of this cellophane. See? Okay, and then so I just used one of these. Actually, what one did I use? I used the pale papaya. And I'm just going to put that right in the middle of that little green. Okay, I think that's it, ladies. I didn't do too bad today, time-wise. As always, the dimensions and everything for this card. Oh, I should show you real quick. Sorry, didn't do the envelope. So what we're going to do for the envelope is I'm going to take another one of these flowers, and I'm going to put it on the front of the envelope. Now, when you do that, you have to make sure that you get it glued down on all the edges, because let me tell you, your post office will not like you if you don't. And then sometimes your envelope just gets totally destroyed. Okay. And then I also have a piece. This is some retired paper that I have that I'm going to cut and glue on here, and then just cut around it like we've done in the past. Okay. So that's it for today. Here is the card that we just made. Get all this stuff out of the way so you can actually see it. And here is the envelope for the sample that I made. Okay. And here we are. So, as always, I'll have a blog post. You can find my blog at simplylovestampin.com. I will have the blog post matching this card with all the measurements and all the products that I used. Don't forget that we'll be having class on the 23rd. I will be sending out the invite, hopefully today, if not today, tomorrow. I have kind of a full day today. So that's it for today, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.